Evolution is one of the most important and foundational concepts in the field of biology. It explains how all living organisms on Earth have developed and diversified over time from common ancestors. The theory of evolution provides a scientific explanation for the complexity and variety of life, helping us understand not only the biological past but also current developments in genetics, medicine, and environmental science. First clearly formulated by Charles Darwin in the 19th century, the theory of evolution has since been supported by vast amounts of scientific evidence and remains a central concept in modern biology. Although the idea that life changes over time predates Darwin, it was his work that transformed evolution from speculation into a testable scientific theory. Ancient Greek philosophers such as Anaximander and Empedocles speculated about the development of life from simpler forms, but they lacked the evidence and methodology of modern science. In the 18th century, naturalists like Georges-Louis Leclerc and Jean-Baptiste Lamarck proposed early ideas about species changing over time, with Lamarck suggesting that traits acquired during an organism's life could be passed on to offspring. However, it was Charles Darwin, along with Alfred Russel Wallace, who independently proposed the theory of evolution by natural selection, providing a mechanism by which evolution occurs. Darwin's 1859 book on the origin of species was groundbreaking. He argued that species evolve over time through the process of natural selection, where traits that improve survival and reproduction become more common in a population. Natural selection is the driving force behind evolution. Within any given species, individuals vary in their physical and behavioral traits. Some of these variations give individuals an advantage in their specific environment, such as better camouflage, faster running speed, or resistance to disease. These individuals are more likely to survive, reproduce, and pass on their beneficial traits to the next generation. Over many generations, these traits become more common, leading to gradual changes in the population and the possible emergence of new species. There is extensive evidence supporting the theory of evolution. One major source is the fossil record, which shows a clear progression of organisms from simple to more complex over millions of years. Fossils of extinct species reveal transitional forms, such as Archaeopteryx, which shows characteristics of both reptiles and birds. Another strong line of evidence is comparative anatomy. Many organisms have similar structures, called homologous structures, that suggest common ancestry. For example, the forelimbs of humans, bats, whales, and cats have the same bone structure, even though they serve different functions. Embryology provides additional support. Many animals show similar patterns of development in the embryo stage, which points to a shared evolutionary past. Genetics and molecular biology have become powerful tools in recent years. DNA analysis has shown that all living things share the same genetic code and that species that are closely related have more similar DNA. For example, humans and chimpanzees share about 98–99% of their DNA, suggesting a recent common ancestor. Contrary to the belief that evolution is only a slow, historical process, it can also be observed today. One clear example is the evolution of antibiotic resistance in bacteria. When antibiotics are used to kill bacteria, some may survive due to a genetic mutation. These survivors then reproduce, creating a new population that is resistant to the drug. This is a form of natural selection in action and presents a serious challenge to modern medicine. Another example is pesticide resistance in insects or changes in animal populations due to urban environments. Evolution continues to shape life on Earth as organisms adapt to changing conditions. The evolution of humans is a particularly fascinating subject. Fossil evidence shows that modern humans, Homo sapiens, share a common ancestor with other primates. Over millions of years, hominins evolved traits such as bipedalism, walking on two legs, larger brains, and the ability to use tools and language. Species such as Australopithecus, Homo habilis, and Homo erectus are part of our evolutionary history. Today, advances in genetics have allowed scientists to study human evolution in greater detail, including interbreeding with other hominin species like Neanderthals. Understanding evolution has practical benefits. It helps scientists develop new medical treatments, improve agricultural practices, and protect endangered species. Evolution also provides a framework for understanding how life responds to environmental changes such as climate change. In education, the teaching of evolution promotes critical thinking and a deeper appreciation of the natural world. Evolution is a powerful and unifying scientific theory that explains the origin, development, and diversity of life on Earth. It is supported by evidence from multiple fields, including paleontology, genetics, anatomy, and molecular biology. Far from being a relic of the past, evolution continues to shape life in the present and will continue to do so in the future. By studying evolution, we gain insight into our own origins, the complexity of life, and the interconnectedness of all living